everyone. I've taken you outside because Sam and I have a different sleeping schedule, so recording inside right now just isn't ideal. I often get asked the question of how do I manage everything? So for those that don't know, I'm a part-time teacher, part-time content creator, part-time homesteader. So we've got animals, we've got gardens, we've got pets, we've got things to look after. This is only one of our gardens, and we've got another on the other side. And a question I keep getting asked is, how do I manage it all? Like, how do I do it all? And honestly, I don't do it all the time. There are definitely moments where it's all really overwhelming, or I neglect one side of things for another. But all three of these things, making YouTube videos as well as all the other things that we do, going to school and teaching a class, and then also keeping gardens and animals alive, these three things are ongoing, and so we can't neglect them completely. So I guess I kind of wanted to talk you through my day as I go about it, show you some of the things that I get up to today, but also talk through how I seem to manage it all, and even bringing on new projects like our shop, Ethical Wonder, and anything else that we dream of, like converting our bus and saving up for a wedding and all the things. So come along on the day and I'll talk you through it all. I actually start most of my days off on the couch, so I'm gonna go do that because I want to. That is my relaxing time. First thing in the morning is just to sit on the couch, watch some videos, whether it's self-improvement or just completely trash, and just chill. So let's go do that. After my morning coffee on my days off, I normally bake up some sourdough. I did this yesterday during my professional development, and today I'm baking it up. It's a whole day process, so I have to schedule other things around it. I absolutely love that it's autumn again. The cool mornings, the mist, the rain, not having to water my garden nor worry about it being hot when I go out to work in it is wonderful. I guess one of the best ways that I seem to manage having so many projects, jobs, and things going on at the same time is I prioritize a different thing for each day. So I love kookaburras, they're so cute. I always call them cockatoos though. Anyways, so as I mentioned before, I work as a teacher part-time. So this year especially, I've dropped down to only 3 days a week. Sometimes, like yesterday, I have to take on a few extra days, whether it's for professional development or another teacher's away or things like school camp next week. But for the most part, I'm working Monday through to Wednesday as a teacher. As far as Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so those are the days that I dedicate to all of the things going on here on our homestead and at home. How amazing is the garden looking at the moment? We've actually started to clean up some of the beds and put down fresh wood chips so I can plant into this soon. So dedicating time towards the bus conversion, that's been on the back burner for a little while, so really hoping to get back into that. Sam's been doing a lot of the things that I can't do for the bus conversion at the moment, and so I have been kind of waiting, but I'm hoping that that's going to be more of something that I'm working on as well. We're actually working on the bus today, so the bus conversion. I also split up my time with YouTube, so filming. Filming doesn't seem to take much for me. It's just a matter of taking the camera out, having a think about what I want to share. Sometimes it's just taking my camera out and showing what's really going on. But I think editing is what takes the most time when it comes to the YouTube channel. I actually need to edit tomorrow's video because I had the professional development this Thursday and Friday, and so usually those are my days to edit, and I didn't have that, so I'm now kind of running behind, which is a little bit stressful, but it's just one of those things. It doesn't always happen that way. It's just happened this week, I guess. Usually on a Thursday, that's my day to kind of get the house all tidied up. I'd start my sourdough, I do any preservation that I need to do. On the Friday, I go down to the farmer's market, I do all of our shopping and things like that if we haven't gone earlier in the week. I collect our mail, I take out our bins, all the things, and then I come home and I work here on the homestead. So usually Thursday and Fridays are kind of like my filming days as well as editing days. We've designed our life to revolve around homesteading and the gardens, and so that means though this is our lifestyle and something we really enjoy doing for ourselves, we then share it as part of our business, as part of our channel, as part of our community, and so therefore each element of it drives the other, so it kind of makes things easier. Saturday and Sunday are also just days where either we're working on the bus because Sam and I are here together. Sometimes I've got the podcast, so I head down to Nowra, or we have Robin come down here. Saturdays and Sundays seem to kind of be more of the social days for us, as well as having elements of bus conversion and homesteading, gardening, all the things. So they're kind of days that we don't dedicate to those things, but they're there if we need them. So on days where I do have a lot of things that I'm doing like one after the other, like having my sourdough going as well as being out in the garden, being on the bus and all the things like that, I find that the best way to help myself stay on track with things and not forget is just to write up a list in the morning. I do really well with lists. Sam doesn't, but I do. And so just getting my thoughts down, whether it's the night before or the morning of, really helps me to know exactly where I need to begin and all the things that I have on my mind. And I keep my lists pretty flexible, so I don't put this pressure on myself to get every single thing done. It's more so just a way to not forget what I do want to get done. And then I take the next few days to just do it, and yeah, that works really well for me. With my sourdough too, I set alarms, which my alarm's about to go off in about 5 minutes, and that's because I tend to get so busy in the garden or just walking around, filming, doing things that I forget about things in the oven or on the stovetop. So those alarms just keep me accountable, keep me coming back so that nothing burns down. Check out these beautiful cosmos flowers that have bounced back since we cut them back last week. This little pumpkin is ready to come in with us as well. It'll sit out and cure for a bit. I think having different sleep schedules to Sam has actually been really wonderful. So he sleeps in a lot more than I do in the mornings, and then he's more of a night owl and is most productive at night time. While I'm much more driven in the morning time, and especially until 12 or 1, I'm just getting things done. But the best thing about it is it means I have the whole kitchen to myself. I can process all the things that I need to, like right now, I need to process these cucumbers to get some seeds out of them. I also have all of the green tomatoes that didn't ripen in time. I am going to leave some of them a little bit to see if they ripen, but all of like the really green ones, I'm going to cut up and make a green tomato chutney, which I made a couple of years back. Having the whole kitchen to myself just means I can do all of this before Sam and I start tackling any jobs or things that we have out on the homestead or the bus. The problem with having an abundance of tomatoes and cucumbers this year and doing lots of preserving is I keep running out of jars. And I don't want to buy them. Sourdough's ready. Oh yeah. Ouch. So these ones I'm gonna hope they'll ripen just if I put them inside, and hopefully they'll get a bit of sun. So I've started keeping all of the peels and like the ends of the onions, and I put it into a bag and freeze it. Anytime we want to do like chicken stock, broth of any kind, we can then put this into it instead of using a whole onion. And one tip that I learned from working at a pizza shop when I was younger is to slice the onions in half, take off the ends where the root isn't, so leave the root there. And that makes it so much easier to dice up. I'll show you why. So now that you've got the root, this is like the thing that you can hold on to for stability, and you cut across. Don't go to the root. And then cut this way. And the whole time your onion's being held onto by that root, and that's it, you get rid of that. How easy is that? I did it. It fits. It's gonna work. It's gonna reduce down, so I'm not worried. So I was about to begin putting all my herbs that have been drying out here into jars. I have lemon, verbena, peppermint, and feverfew, which is great for headaches. But it turns out my camera is full. So the memory card is full. I need to take footage off before I can record again. So we're gonna put a pause on this, head inside, do some editing, and then I'll come out and finish this off later. Even though they say not to cut into it until it cools down, I waited maybe that I 2 hours and I just couldn't help myself. So I'm gonna have some breakfast. It looks like it's gonna rain today, so I may not be out in the garden after all, as I had hoped. Might just be a at-home editing kind of day. Yum. See the weather? Yes. Our chooks are still laying in weird places. Oh my god. I've been loving getting into growing my own teas and drying herbs and flowers. I think it's been so much fun, and I've been learning a lot about just how much healing powers nature has in so many ways, not just what you consume, but also just the process of mindfully doing it. My friend tried to save me a few that looked like they had seeds in them, so we'll plant these out and see how they go. And these, I guess I'll put with all the things I'm planning on planting in the next day or so, which my list is honestly growing. I have potatoes, I have flowers, I have garlic. I have annual flowers, bulbs, herbs, all the things, and I'm so excited to plant them into the new gardens we've been working on. But even though it's not raining, I don't quite feel up to doing it right now. And that's probably one of the most powerful things about having 4 days off now, is that your mood is really dependent on other things going on, but it can also be affected by weather. If I only had 2 days for my weekend, I just couldn't imagine ever having enough time, and I didn't have enough time last year when I did full time for a term. So making this decision to prioritize our homestead, our interests, and the things we want to do for ourselves and our lifestyle has really been incredible. So being able to grow our own food and plant things into the ground, raise our own meat animals and raise our own chickens for eggs, gardens, and all the things, homesteading has really been a fulfilling part of our lives and has allowed us to take on projects like the bus conversion. And even though Sam and I only live on half an income at the moment, we're making ends meet. We live a really frugal lifestyle, and I'd love to make a video sharing that with you as well if you're interested, so let me know down below. But I hope you've enjoyed kind of a day in the life. I still have, a few hours ahead of me, but realistically, I'm not feeling up to doing too much today. I've done a lot yesterday. I've had a whole week of work. I actually worked a full-time week this week. And though I was capable of still doing a few things around the home, I think today I'm just going to take it easy, finish off my edit, which is almost done, post up that video, and just chill. Just chill. Now I think I'm going to go inside and open up all the doors and windows so it gets really cold in there and we can get a fire going tonight. Got my fingers crossed. I want autumn fires. 80 minutes. Chilled out, had a shower, and I kind of feel like making pasta. The lighting inside the house with the storm looming is really dark. It's not the best for taking videos, but I'm going to do my best of capturing making pasta. But it's so cute. I watched a video of myself 3 years ago making pasta for the first time. It was one of the first few YouTube videos on our channel, and the enthusiasm, just 10 out of 10. But I got the recipe from that video that I'll be doing today, and I guess this is kind of like an updated pasta making video. A lot has been learnt since. So 170 grams of semolina. This can be substituted out for flour if you don't have it, but it's highly recommended for making pasta. Gives it a bit more like bite. And 350 flour. I did quite enjoy making it on the bench last time, so I might do that again now. Actually, yeah. I will, just for the memories. Five eggs and enough water to make it 360 grams. Oh, lucky it was perfect. 90. Oh yeah, good. It's laying down. While that rests, I'm going to grab some basil from the garden. The cool temperatures that we've had this time haven't been too bad for the basil, which we've had in plenty. Sam's been working hard on getting the tanks into the bus. It's one of those jobs that sounds quick and easy in my mind, but just like all the other bus jobs so far, there are at least 20 other steps before you can do the thing you wanted. Alright, well, it's on.
So, can you please use the monkey wrench that's near you, the wrench?
I don't know what that is.
That's a shifter.
Is it this thing that looks like the other thing? That? Is it the one that looks like that one, but more you do it yourself?
Yeah, you do it yourself.
Okay. To the left?
Righty tighty.
Ah, but left seems to be doing the job.
I probably put the bolt on the wrong way.
So it's taken a while, but we're getting there. I try to help where I can with my very limited building knowledge, as you can hear.
Actually, I think I am going to the right.
I let the pasta rest for 30 minutes, and now that it's firm, I can use my pasta machine to stretch it out to make ravioli. Folding the dough onto itself at first creates the shape that you want before stretching it out to the right thinness. The last time I made pasta, my best friend was over, so this is definitely like a fun activity to do with someone. Doing it by yourself though is a bit brutal. I really hope you enjoyed spending the day with me, walking around talking about how I get things done, but also how I manage my time with lots of other projects and things going on at the same time. That's all for today. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. It's happening. We're getting a fire going. It's cold. Kirby and I have the blanket. We're cozy on the couch, and Sam's getting a fire going right now. Yay! It's working!